Hello, my fellow black-pilled badasses. I'm Lisa, the love coach, and today we are going to explore dating apps and specifically how they are psyops. Each one is a psyop, which is a psychological operation designed to control you through social engineering. So before I get started, if you are watching this and you immediately thought, what the F? This conspiracy nut job, what is this girl talking about? Stop watching. Bye-bye. My content is not for you. But this is for based people who are awake, people who are committed to the truth. And so in this video, I am going to present you with facts about dating apps so that you can make well-informed decisions. Now, as a life coach, I always encourage my people to meet in the wild. No dating apps. Why? Because I dug deep, went down the rabbit holes, and I got the information that I'm going to share for you in this video. At any point in time, feel free to comment in the comments, share your thoughts. I read them all. And this is the way we open up and wake each other up, by commenting in the comments and sharing what we know. So in this video, I'm going to ask you to be really honest, right? When you're hearing the things that I'm going to talk about, be super honest. If you are on a dating app, how do you feel? Be honest. When you're on there and you're scrolling and you stop, what do you feel after? Do you feel energized? Like, oh my God, I'm going to match. I'm going to have somebody that I love. Or do you feel depleted? Do you feel hopeless, depressed, anxious even? Or do you feel like your nervous system is jacked out? So this is all by design. I talk to people all of the time who are energetically depleted from the nonsense that they experience on dating apps. So I attracted my husband when I was 50, and I did not use a dating app. So if I'm a 50, an old ass bitch, and I can roll up to a party and attract my husband, trust me when I tell you, you can too. You do not need to be on these dating apps. Okay, so let's get into how dating apps are ruining people, what they are actually designed to do to the psyche, to your nervous system, to your emotional well-being. But before that, I'm going to do a little jump into following the money. And I'm going to show you who actually calls the shots and run the show with these dating apps. Who has the most control and therefore influence over you, over the people who are using these technologies, these apps. So when we follow the money, we can see how dating apps are designed for addiction and profit. They're not designed to help you find love. It's quite the opposite. It's very insidious. So here's a breakdown of who owns the major dating apps, a little dish, a little juice about them, and the companies that are behind them, how they profit by keeping us addicted and using and scrolling and using and swiping, as opposed to actually falling in love. So first, let's look at Match, right? That's a very popular one. But the thing that you might not know is that Match Group Inc., which is the bigger company, the overarching conglomerate, they own most of the dating apps that are out there. They include Tinder, Hinge, OkCupid, Match.com, Plenty of Fish, Our Time for the old folk, BLK for black singles, and Chispa for Latino singles. So they own all of those, one conglomerate, right? So the revenue, let's look at this mess. Match Group made 3.4 billion, with a B, billion, in revenue in 2023. And that's mostly from like subscriptions and like other in-app purchases that like put you forward in the algorithm, help you get more matches, etc. And then Tinder alone gets 1.8 billion per year just from its freemium model, which monetizes likes, boosts visibility, right? So these are all paid for services that these apps, they get money, they get rich, and you're still single and depressed. So let's look at the business model for Match, right? So the goal here is to keep people on the app, right? Not helping them find love. The more that people are on dating apps, swiping. No, I don't like them. Ew, he gives me the ick. Ooh, she looks like a crazy feminist. Oh, this one has a bull ring in her nose. Oh, I don't like this guy, right? The more we're doing that, right? as a society, the more ad revenue, upsells, all the things that they generate to make more money, right? Long-term relationships are not profitable. This is why everyone is so disconnected. Everyone seems to be so divided. Men, women can't get together. Red pill this, manosphere that, feminism this. It's division purposely to keep you on apps scrolling, or on your social media or whatever, so that these conglomerates make more profit. See how it all works? Okay. So here's what the thing is with the apps, right? This is how it kind of mind messes you. Infinite scroll and swipe mechanics, right? So it's modeled after gambling, right? So they take the dating apps and they model the same effect after gambling. So it's hitting the same section of your brain that makes people addicted to gambling. You could be addicted to the dating apps. Push notifications and variable rewards. So you ever see on a dating app, like, when you match, it's like, boo, and they put confetti. All of these things are designed to give you a hit of dopamine, right? And spike it. Then there's the FOMO, right? These apps are like designed to create FOMO and desire. So they'll do stuff like, someone wants to talk to you, click here, see who it is. Or we have so many matches in your area, right? All these prompts and things. This is marketing. So prior to being life coach, I was a marketing and PR strategist. So I dig deep into all of this because I love it. I love to see what makes people tick and what these corporations are doing to try to get at us. And the more we know the truth, the more we can arm ourselves and walk away from certain things that they're putting out in front of us to get us sucked in. Okay, so here's the other thing. Ready? The illusion of choice and addiction. This is important. With Match Group owning so many platforms, users think that you're hopping from one to the next and getting a different experience. But what's happening is you're just being cycled through the same database of singles across different brands with a different aesthetic, a different look, a different feel, but it's all the same shit. And your data is being mined. So, for example, you might think that you're on Tinder and now you want to upgrade to Hinge, but they're both owned by Match Group. So it's like one is the same as the other. Granted, the experience might be a little bit different, but it's overlapping data pools. It's the same engagement strategies. It's just, different, but same. So let's look into Bumble, because a lot of people are like, but Lisa, what about Bumble? Like, Bumble's the one that like women can control what, comes their way and who they connect with. So let's get into something about Whitney Wolf Herd, who's a Tinder co-founder, but now she owns Bumble, Badoo, and Fruits. And the revenue for these are in 2023 was over $1 billion. And the unique selling point of Bumble, like I said before, was women make the first move, but it still relies on the same swiping free thing, which is the dopamine reward system. This is all dopamine. So the thing to remember here is that, again, it's designed to keep you coming back. That's what gets you dopamine addicted. You feel almost fulfilled, just a little bit of fulfillment. Look, I got matches. Look, I have guys I can talk to. Look, she's talking to me. I haven't had a girl talk to me in forever. These are the things that like breadcrumb you into staying on the app, right? So the longer that you're single, the richer these dating app companies become. So let's get back to, the whole Bumble thing. So we'll go deeper. And anytime you're using a product, I don't care if it's food, pharmaceuticals, clothing, all of it, do a deeper dive and ask yourself who truly runs it and who truly owns it, who are the holding companies, who really are the players operating it. And you'll find that everything is controlled and owned by just a few companies. And we're going to get into what they are. So again, if you're feeling what I'm putting down, put your comments in the comments. Like, I want to hear from you, because a lot of people out there are on dating apps and they don't want to be, but they don't see any other way to meet people. And that's part of the trap. So let's look at Match, right? It's headquartered in Dallas, Texas, publicly traded since 2015 on NASDAQ. It was in 2020 spun off from another parent company, and that's how they do it. It's like they move the dice. It's like, boom, this holding company, no, we're going to split off and be with this holding company. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit with the same goal. right? So the former parent company of Match was this company called Interactive Corp, IAC. And until 2020, Match Group was majority owned subsidiary of IAC, which is a giant media holding company run by billionaire Barry Diller. Now this guy, I got some dirt on him, right? So Barry Diller, he is this billionaire who donated and supported Biden in 2020. And then after seeing Biden debate Trump and fall on his ass, the whole disaster that happened during that debate in the summer of 2024, he shifted his support, but not to Trump. He shifted his support to Republican Chris Christie, who, if you remember, was complete Trump derangement syndrome and like kookadook, completely can't stand Trump, the whole thing. So he put his effort to stop Trump in 2024. He's also the husband of fashion designer mogul Diane von Furstenberg. So you got the fashion thing, you got the dating app, you got Democrat Party, you got the whole thing, right? Not to say that it's not two wings of the same broken bird. If anybody follows me, you'll know I'm all about anarcho-libertarianism, so I think all of it's full of shit. But we continue, getting to the truth. So check this out. The current major shareholders as of 2024 of Match Group: Vanguard, BlackRock, Edgewood Management, and T. Rowe Price. Vanguard holds 10% of the ownership. BlackRock, 8% of the ownership. And then, of course, there's Barry Diller, the billionaire guy with TDS, who still has much influence. It's his holding company, his family trust, right? So here's the deal. These are institutional investors, meaning that Wall Street pretty much owns the dating industry. And their whole goal is shareholder profits, not your happiness, not your warm feels in your heart because you found the person of your dreams. They don't give a shit. So let's look at Bumble now, right? Bumble's on NASDAQ, symbol BMBL. It's headquartered in Austin, Texas, and it went public in February 2021. Isn't it interesting how all this stuff went public? Like, kind of had moves and shakes during COVID when everybody was on lockdown at home, scrolling on dating apps, feeling lonely, having these situationship type of things because nobody was able to even think straight, let alone be in a relationship. So let's go into Whitney Wolfe Herd. As I mentioned her before, she is the former head of Tinder. She's the VP of marketing, right? This chick, Whitney Wolfe Herd. She used to be the VP of marketing at Tinder. She sued Tinder for sexual harassment and then goes and launches Bumble, right? So she has beef, right? She has beef. Like, there is nothing more dangerous than someone who has legit beef and then they have power and funding. Like, they're just going to create all kinds of havoc. So the controlling shareholder, the parent company of Bumble, Blackstone Group. Now, you guys, if you're based and you're looking into things about the world, you have heard of Blackstone before. They're like buying up houses. They're doing all kinds of stuff to kind of get that whole you will own nothing and be happy philosophy rolling. So that they're a massive private equity firm and they acquired a massive stake in Bumble in 2019. So it's so much drama with this though, because it's like, yeah, there are tech bros, but there are also tech chicks, right? So like these girls that are in the dating apps, they get power, it's the same. It's all about power and control. You got to see it. So Whitney Wolfe Herd, the founder of Bumble, she steps down as CEO in 2024, January. And she transitioned her role into an executive chair, which meant that she could just focus on broader strategic initiatives and she didn't have to like deal with the day-to-day operations, and she stepped back from that. But this chick comes in, her name is Lydian, it's like Lidiane is her name, Lydian, I don't know how she pronounces it, Jones. Anyway, she used to work as CEO of Slack. So anybody who works in business and you go into Slack for meetings and whatever and assignments, Slack. She was CEO of Slack. Tech chick. So she goes into Bumble and leads it through a super challenging period where they made all these changes, reduced the workforce at Bumble by 30%. So she went in there and like fired 30% of people. But then 2025 rolls up, January, and she steps down only so that Whitney Wolf Herd comes back in. So they move these people around. They all do different things. It's like they have assignments. I want to know like who's controlling them, right? Because I'm thinking like these dating apps, this has to be like DARPA and like higher level stuff going on where these CEOs and these people are just the power players running the mechanics of it. So as of May 2025, which is now, Whitney Wolf Herd, once again, CEO of Bumble. So again, their stakeholders, Blackstone, Vanguard, I'm sorry, did I not say them before? Fidelity, BlackRock, they're all in it. Everything we own, it always boils back down to the same holding companies, the same massive shareholders. These people want to run everything. If you listen to Whitney Webb, they even want to be able to commoditize the trees and the lakes and the oceans. This is where we're heading, right? So, you have to understand that this is deeper. This is where our intuition comes in, right? If you are realizing that, these people, they manage trillions of dollars and they prioritize engagement, profit, data, not love, not connection, not emotional well-being. These are not your friends. They are not doing this for benevolence. They're selling it as benevolence, but they are evil, total evil. So when you realize that the same Wall Street companies, right, these giants profit from junk food, profit from big pharma, gambling on your dating apps, right? They own the gambling online. Dating apps also in there. Same shit, same dopamine. And they have the funding to do all this data and research on us. Like we're little lab rats. And all these overlords are like, what will the lab rat do when the guy says that he likes her? What does he do? What does she do when he sends her a heart emoji or a slappy face emoji? Like they look at that deep, right? Because why? It's all affecting their bottom line. So if you are watching this video and your soul has been telling you for months, I gotta get off the apps, dude. I gotta get off the apps. I can't deal with this nonsense any longer. Then listen to your gut instinct, right? Deleting all of the apps, going back to dating like it's old school, like it's the 90s again. This is the flex. This is what people are doing. Like if you're in your 20s and 30s, you need to be talking to an older sibling, an older family member, your parents. Have them tell you what dating was like back in the day and then do that. I have a client now who got rid of her cell phone. She has her cell phone for her own use, but she got rid of it when it comes to dating. She has a landline. She's like, I am dating like it's 1993 again. I don't want to give my cell out to anybody. I don't want that dopamine hit. I don't want the constant texting. I want a gentleman to call me on my landline, talk to me, get to know me, and ask me on a date. So far, she's like, I've been getting better quality dates doing this. Fewer, but better quality. And that's what we need to be going for. So people have been programmed to believe that the only way to meet people is through dating apps. This is completely false. This is bad programming. We meet people, the best people, when we go out in the world and we enjoy life. When we are full and happy and just energized. That's when we're magnetic. That's when we meet people online getting food. We meet people anywhere, out with our friends, doing fun stuff. I have a client who met this guy she's been dating. Where? Beach volleyball. People just doing the things that they like to do, and they end up meeting people and friends of other people. It's everything that you want is in people. So meet people, have friends. Let's see what else. Clients met their beloveds through pickleball, self-defense class. What else? One met someone at a concert. Another one was volunteering at a fundraiser at a local hospital. Another one met guy at dog park. He's new to town, only lives like a 7-minute walk away. She was like, I've been in this town forever. I can't meet anyone. She goes, I got off the dating apps, took my dog to the dog park. Boom, met a guy. There are no accidents, people. There are no accidents. When you believe that you can go out in the world and meet amazing people will stick to you like glue. So get off the apps, go outside, live life. These overlords, evil pricks who fund everything, they want us inside, disconnected, alone, and under their control. So getting off the dating apps and going outside and enjoying your life is an act of rebellion. So be rebellious. So take back your consciousness, and I want to hear from you, right? If you're feeling this video, feeling this message, and you feel empowered now that you're going to be like, you know what? I'm getting off these apps. This is a disaster. It makes me feel crappy. I get ghosted. I don't like any of these people. Everybody's toxic. I'm out, right? And you're like, taking back your power, take back your consciousness. I want to hear from you. Comment in the comments. Let me know what your dating experiences have been like on dating apps, why you want to finally get off the dating app. What was your worst dating experience on dating apps? And let's kind of connect and be in touch and catch me in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and subscribe and like and tell everybody else to watch this video too. Bye.